Hey everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back to Yarn Purpose. It's time for a Stitches Midwest recap and haul. Hey everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back to Yarn Purpose. Today I wanted to talk to you about Stitches Midwest. Stitches Midwest is a knitting and crochet convention that happens every year in Schaumburg, Illinois, and Schaumburg's not that far from my house, so I usually go and shop with my friends and hang out at the different events. I have taken classes in the past, I didn't this year, but I just thought it'd be fun to sort of recap my time there and show you all the stuff I got. So I did get a lot of stuff, I'm not gonna lie. So the event started on Thursday, and if you had bought tickets to any of the events over the course of the weekend, or if you were taking classes, you had access to the market on Thursday night. So my friend Jen and I did go and just sort of wander around. We didn't really buy too much on Thursday night. I bought one thing, but we mostly just sort of looked around, sort of scouted things out for what we maybe wanted to get on Friday. Then on Thursday night, we did go to the Franklin Habit Talk. The last few years, Franklin has given sort of a lecture on Thursday night after the shopping portion of the evening, and hearing Franklin talk is always so interesting. He's so knowledgeable, especially about the history of knitting, and so his talk was very funny as usual, so we had a good time going to that. On Friday, I met up with most of my knitting and crochet group. I knit and crochet with a small group that I've known for about 10 years, and so most of us met up on Friday. It's been a tradition that we take Friday off of work and go shop at Stitches because we all live right around where Stitches is held. So everybody took Friday off work, and we met and spent the day shopping. We had lunch, then did more shopping, so we had a really great time doing that. On Friday night, I actually went to the fashion show. I paid for a ticket to go to the fashion show and dinner, which was super duper fun. I hadn't gone to the fashion show in a couple of years, but I do like going to those events. It's always fun to see new designs by people. I love to see all the different yarns. So, and it was very exciting because my Harpswell skirt was in the fashion show. So I was very excited to see my skirt in the fashion show. I don't always have a piece in the fashion show, so it was kind of cool to go and see it on the runway. And then after the actual fashion show, there was a dinner. So if you bought a ticket to the fashion show and dinner, then you had your name automatically entered into some raffles for different door prizes. And I actually won one on Friday night. I'll show it to you here. So this is the yarn that I won on Friday at the fashion show dinner. It's from Alexandria's Crafts, and it's this beautiful, very sparkly yarn. And it's like very, like kind of galaxy sort of colors to me. Let's see, the colorway is Wind, I think. And it's 93% superwash merino, 7% lurex, and it's 409 yards. So these are going to make some fun and funky socks or something. So I won that on Friday night, so that was super awesome. Then on Saturday, I was back there again because I went with my friend Laura to the student fashion show and banquet. And so if you don't know, at the student fashion show, anybody who buys a ticket can model their own creation. So maybe you knit somebody else's sweater pattern. Some people have like designed their own thing. I love going to that one too because first of all, everybody is so excited about whatever they've made to go down the runway and show off. Everybody's so proud of their work. There were just some amazing pieces. I just love going to that because I do like to see what everybody is into. I like to see what yarns they're into. So I do sort of consider it market research a little bit. But I just love to go and be around people that are so excited about knitting and crochet. That's like the best part to me. So I had a great time there too. And I actually won another door prize there. I guess I just was really lucky this weekend. I don't know. So at the student fashion show, I won this XRX book. It's called Think Outside the Socks. So it was funny because when they called my name to win the book, I actually was sitting there knitting just a plain pair of socks. So it was like, how appropriate that I won this book. So, you know, I don't knit very complicated sock patterns anymore just because I'm just very into that self-striping sock yarn and just tend to knit plain socks. But I'm excited to just take a look at this. Like, I don't know that I would ever take the time to knit socks like that, but I can I can appreciate that those are some awesome socks. So I'm looking forward to looking at this book a little more closely and sort of see if there's anything in there that I'm like actually gonna make. So anyway, that was cool. So that was Saturday, and then on Sunday I went back because I actually did have to work. I did a book signing in the Done Roving Yarn in the Box booth. So I was there for a couple hours signing books and sort of talking with knitters and crocheters, and like I said, I just love going to this event just to talk to everybody and see how excited everybody is about yarn and knitting and crochet and fiber art. So it was just so much fun. So I did do a little shopping on my way out at the door again on Sunday too. So I'm going to sort of show you everything that I have here, and I'm real excited about some future projects. Okay, I'm going to go in no particular order. I have a giant pile of yarn here to just share, and so and accessories and other things. I'm just going to grab whatever and show it to you. So these are in no particular order. I think I'll start with these two little small things. I'm very into the enamel pin craze. Like, I am here for it. So there were a couple enamel pins that I found over the course of the weekend that I had to buy. The first one is from Neighborhood Fiber Co. It says Ball So Hard, and it is some balls of yarn and some knitting needles. So this was just so cute. I had seen, this is one of those I saw it on Instagram and then was like, yeah, I'm gonna need that for my knitting bag. So I got that. And then at the Farmer's Daughter, I found this pin, and it's a Bob Ross pin, and it says no mistakes, just happy accidents. Like, come on. It's so cute. So I love watching Bob Ross, and so I had to get it. I actually bought one for my friend Karina, who's Picnic Knits on Instagram, because I know she loves Bob Ross too. So now we have matching Bob Ross pins. So those were the enamel pins that I bought. I guess just sticking with the non-yarn things. I bought this bag from, I think it was Honey Bee. Let's see if it's in here. Honey Girl Farms is the, let me just like cover the phone number and stuff. Honey Girl Farms is the booth that I bought it from. She has beautiful hand-dyed yarn, and she also has these bags that I think it's her friend that is the artist. I know that the artist, I think she's Stupid Girl with 2 O's instead of a U on Instagram. But anyway, she makes these like amazing cute bags with like weird kind of artwork, and I had bought one from Honey Girl Farms at YarnCon a couple of years ago. They had a unicorn on it, and so I love that bag, and so I just bought this one to sort of put my notions in. So that's one side, and then the other side's just slightly different, more like has like the little flower and stuff. So I don't know, it's kind of you know, different kind of artwork to have for a knitting bag, I guess, but I think these are really cute, so I bought that too. Then I got this one. This is one of my purchases on Thursday night. I bought this bag from Dasiy Bags, and what it actually does is it has the little carabiners, and it actually will hook on to your like belt loops of your jeans or whatever pants you're wearing. And she said that you could even just hook it on to the top of your pants. I personally think I would just hook it to only pants that had belt loops. But it's like a fanny pack, but not. So I actually wore it on, I bought it on Thursday and then wore it on Friday while I was shopping, and it's just so cute. And so it's kind of like a fanny pack, but cooler. And so it just zips here. And then there's actually, I think I do still have change in there. So there's just 2 pockets like this. So like the one pocket you can stick your phone in, and I have an iPhone 7 Plus. It fits right in there. And then, you know, the back you can sort of use for money or whatever you want. So this was really neat. And Dasiy Bags is actually local. I believe she's in Elk Grove Village, Illinois, so very local to Schaumburg. So it was really cool to see somebody so local there. And she had a bunch of cool bags, but this was my purchase. So I definitely bought this with sort of going to Rhinebeck in mind. And then the final sort of, I guess, accessory non-yarn thing that I bought was I did buy another pair of sock blockers from Purrfectly Catchy Designs. So they hand make these sock blockers, and you know, if you're following me here on the YouTube, you know I've been doing all these sock videos and have been more into sock knitting. So I only had one pair of sock blockers, so I went ahead and picked up another pair. They have all kinds of cute little cutout designs. I picked the ones with the cat, and it's really cute because when your sock is on there, it like looks like the cat is peeking out. So those are my sock blockers from Purrfectly Catchy Designs. it's time to get into the yarn. I do have quite a bit of yarn here. I went there knowing that I always come home with some yarn that I like to purchase for designs. I do take yarn support a lot from yarn companies, but I do also sometimes just like to buy my yarn, honestly, because then I don't feel like I'm obligated to use it immediately for design, if that makes sense. So I sort of have a variety of yarn here. Some of it's for work, some of it's not for work. But I'm really excited about all of it, to be perfectly honest. So let's just get right into it, shall we? So the first thing I ended up buying, this is like the yarn that I bought on Thursday night, is from Destination Yarn. And these, she had a few exclusive colorways or colorways she was releasing just for Stitches Midwest. I'm not sure if they were exclusive only to the show or not, but they were Chicago themed. And, you know, I've lived in Chicagoland my entire life, so of course I had to buy them, or at least two of them. So the first one I had, I knew that I wanted, was the Adler Planetarium colorway, which is just so pretty. And this is her fingering weight yarn, which is 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, 460 yards for 100 grams. Again, colorway Adler Planetarium. So I had seen this on Instagram, knew that I wanted to pick it up. And then while I was there, you know how your friends are just enablers, I ended up with a second skein. I don't know if you can tell, but this does have the stellina in it and it's sparkly. So this is also the gray, is fingering weight. The colorway is Rainy Afternoon, and it's 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina, 438 yards. So these two definitely, I think, look lovely together. So I don't know if I'll do a shawl or just do socks. I don't know, but I went to Destination Yarn with the one skein that I had to buy and then ended up with the second skein. You know how it goes. So real excited to get started with that yarn. The next thing I bought were these two skeins from White Birch Fiber Arts. You may recall that this one looks extremely familiar. Actually, you could see the socks right over there. So this is another skein of that Nothing Says Screw You Like a Rainbow colorway that I did knit socks out of, and you've seen here on Yarn Purpose before. But my two nieces, who are 8 and 5, when I was knitting those socks, they both were like, we want socks like that. So I knew that White Birch Fiber Arts was going to be at Stitches Midwest, so I did go ahead and buy one more skein. I figure one skein should get me socks for both of them. I don't normally knit kids socks because their feet grow so fast, but they were so cute in asking me for rainbow socks that I'm just going to do it. So you'll probably be seeing these here soon on a coffee catch-up, because I'm thinking maybe I want to have them for maybe Christmas or something. I don't know. But then I needed a skein for myself. So White Birch Fiber Arts has a few different rainbowy colorways where they have the rainbow section and then like a larger section of a different color. I loved them all, but I stuck to just one. I believe they're going to be maybe at Indie Untangled again this year in the Rhinebeck area over Rhinebeck weekend. I'm not 100% sure on that. So I figured if I knit these between now and then and really need another colorway, I can always just pick it up then. But this one's the Fade to Black, so it's got the rainbow, and then actually on either side of the rainbow there's like a little black stripe and then kind of goes to this gray. So I think they're going to make kind of fun, funky socks too. So I'm excited that I picked up some more White Birch Fiber Arts because I do really love those rainbow socks. So very excited about that. Okay, and then let's see, what else do I have here? I went to Rhinebeck. I went to Stitches Midwest with a sweater pattern in mind. I have been enjoying sort of when my work is done for the day, spending a little time to work on sort of not my own design knitting. I don't always have time to do that, but it's nice when I do. And so I went to Stitches thinking I was going to buy sweater yarn for one particular pattern, and then I ended up seeing a sample for a different sweater there and then changed my mind. So I'm like, whatever, the other sweater can wait until later. I need to do this particular sweater right now. So the pattern that I'm going to do is Izumi, I think is how you say it. Izumi? I'll link to it down below. It was in a Pom Pom Quarterly last year, and while the pictures on Ravelry for this sweater are beautiful, I personally just feel like if I had seen the sweater on Ravelry, I just don't know that I would have necessarily bought it, but I saw it in this gorgeous like gold color in one of the booths, and I was like, oh my God, I must have that sweater. So I ended up not getting gold yarn for it, but I have a sweater's quantity, but I'm just going to show you one. What I ended up landing on was yarn from Stunning String Studio for that sweater. This is the Super Sport, and it's like this beautiful like maroony red, but it almost is like so dark. It almost has like a hint of black in it. This is very much a color I like to wear. Let's see what the colorway is. It's Broken Heart. So I bought a sweater quantity of that for the Izumu, I'll link to it below, sweater. So the Super Sport is 100% superwash merino, 325 yards per 100 grams. So I think that is going to make a beautiful sweater. Maybe I'll get it done before Rhinebeck, maybe not. Who knows? Then the next thing I bought, this was a very large purchase. I have not been very into the fade. I don't want to say like I haven't been into the fade, but I just haven't knit any of the fade patterns. I don't know. I thought it wasn't for me. But then I saw the Comfort Fade Cardi in the Neighborhood Fiber Co. booth, and I loved it. And then I was like, oh, I just don't think I'll have time to really make this. And then I started chatting with some of my designer friends, and they know that I was very into my skirt pattern that I recently made, and they were like, why don't you buy a fade kit and then knit a skirt with it? And I was like, sold. So I ended up with this kit from the Neighborhood Fiber Co. So it's actually a kit to knit the Comfort Fade Cardi, but I am going to make a skirt out of it. Let's see. So it's all their Studio DK yarn, which is 100% superwash merino, and it's 275 yards per 4-ounce skein. So I have colors Waverly, Banksy, Upton, and Charles Center. So I sort of looked at my Harpswell skirt pattern and looked at the yardage that I needed to do a Harpswell skirt for my size, and then I bought the kit that was the right amount of yarn because my Harpswell skirt is in DK weight and this is DK weight, if that makes sense. So I'm really excited. This is like, I will knit this up for Rhinebeck for sure. So I'll be having to work on the math for that because I don't know. Now I'm like into the idea of a fade skirt, so stay tuned for that. And then finally I did get some yarn for designing from Leading Men Fiber Arts. So I'm very excited. I'm excited about all the yarn. So I got a few skeins here from Leading Men Fiber Arts. So the first one I got is this sort of, my friend Beth, she's like been saying how she's very into this pond scummy colorways, and now I think that just her talking about it and buying beautiful pond scummy colorways has gotten me into it too. So I have this one skein here of the Leading Men Fiber Arts Diva. It is their Diva is 600 yards for 150 grams of fingering weight yarn, which is nice to get 600 yards in one skein. It's 80% superwash merino and 20% silk. This colorway is Dirty Truth. Oh, I love it. It's going to make something lacy and wonderful, I know. And then I got these three to go together. I fell in love with this colorway here. And then I was like, I want something else to go with it. And so my friend Jen sort of helped me pick that one out to put together. I do already have a design in mind for these, so I don't know, you may be seeing these soon. All three of these skeins are the Showcase base, which is 490 yards for 100 grams. It is a 100% superwash merino. So these two colorways are Bend and Snap. So, I mean, they're just, oh my gosh, they're so pretty. And then this one here is Black Walnut. So very pretty brown. So like I said, I think I already know what I'm going to do with these. So stay tuned. And then, so that's it for the yarn. And then now I just realized that there was one other thing under all this yarn that I failed to show you. And that is this unicorn shawl pin from Stunning String Studio. So when I bought the sweater quantity of yarn, I also bought this. So it's kind of nice because it's almost like a barrette style. So it does stay, I did wear it on my shawl I wore it on one of my shawls at Stitches over the weekend. So it did stay on really good. So these are super cute. She had tons of different designs of those. So that is pretty much it. That was a very large Stitches Midwest haul. That might be the most yarn I have picked up at Stitches Midwest in a long time. Like last year when I went with one project in mind and bought the yarn for that one project. But this year, I don't know, I think there were some new vendors there. You know, people just were coming up with new booth ideas. I think we all just got a little excited. I feel like the market this year at Stitches was the best it's been in a few years. There were a few booths that I missed. Knit Circus wasn't there this year and stuff, but overall, me and all my friends we were very happy with the market this year. So obviously it shows based on all that yarn, right? So that's it for me for today. If you like this video, go ahead and give it that thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like, you can turn on the notifications to be notified whenever I upload a new video, which is usually one video a week. So I hope everybody has a great week, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.